We're going to work on what's called Kuchiki Daoshi, dead tree drop. Kuchiki means dead tree. Daoshi means to drop. Just boom, you know, like the dead tree falling, you know. That's what is going to happen to Tony here. Okay, there are different ways to do it. The Kodokan reorganized some of their throws, and this, what we always called before in many years, Ashidori leg grab. We can still call it, I guess, if we wanted to. It's a single leg grab is what it is. And there are different ways to do it now that the Kodokan has, you know, gone into their syllabus. So we'll look at it. We'll look at, and I picked it up first when I was in Cuba. I saw the Cubans do this. This is I picked up in Sambo too. It's this little judo move and Sambo move. They were doing a single leg grab, and they're doing it with excellent skill. So when I came back from Cuba back in the 80s, I just named it the Cuban leg grab, or Ashidori, because it really didn't have an official Kodokan classification. Well, now it does. It's called Kuchiki Daoshi, dead tree drop. Okay, so we're going to take a look at it here. So I'm going to have, I'll just key it off right here. So Derek's going to do it. Now watch when he does this, he's a lefty, so he's sugar footing with his left foot a little bit, and he's got it pretty close to Tony there. See that? So we've got a pretty close proximity right here to start with. Everybody see that? Catch the grip. The left hand is on, if you're righty, be your right hand. The left hand is on this flapping jacket right here that's kind of open and ready, or, you know, kind of loose, okay? And he's leading with his left hip because he will be diving in low. Okay, now turn around so you can see your right hand. The right hand is just here, okay, at the lapel. You can have it anywhere, but he's starting at the lapel, okay? So he's got kind of a back grip and lapel grip, okay? So that's how he's starting. Okay, we'll be talking more about that. Now, what Derek's going to do, I'm going to have him come in and watch how he lowers his level when he does his drop step and what he grabs. And we'll show you how he can make an IJF legal too, by the way, for you guys that do the IJF terms. So just go ahead and come in and just do a dead trio. Bam, okay? Now you can also level them and pick them up. But a lot of times we like to go down to the side because I want to get side control. Yeah, that's show off. Okay, let's do the one where you come in and just kind of just level them out. Okay. Right, see, you do it. Finish standing. You know, it's a single leg grab is what it is. That's fundamentally it. That's why we always call it Ashidori, leg grab, for many years in judo and jiu-jitsu. So, but let's look at how we parse that out now. Okay, he's got the grip here. He's got the grip here. Now, when he steps in, he's going to step into the outside and lowers his level with his legs. Okay. He doesn't bend over. Do it wrong this time when you bend over at the waist. You don't want to bend over at the waist. You lose all your power and your kinetic energy going in and forward to him. You want to drive him down and throw him hard. Okay. So what he does is he drops in low. Now let's look at this hand. He's not setting right. He's going to snap. See how he's driving that elbow down? And that really breaks his balance. Oh, sorry about that. That really breaks his balance. Let's look at this again. When he comes in, watch his elbow. See that? You can't help but throw him when you drive that elbow down. Okay? Okay. Lock it in. Steps in. There. Now you got that part. See the low? Now, let's turn around here. Everybody can see your head. Now watch. He's not going to throw. Watch what he does with his head on the inside of his shoulder. Let's your arm. See his head is driving into his body here? He doesn't duck under him. Do it like come under his arm or something. He doesn't do that. He probably could, but you'll get more power. Because my old coach, Rene Pomerel, said this was your third arm. Your head's your third arm. Okay? Use it to drive him with it. Okay? Let's take a look at it again. And go ahead and throw the full foot throw. There you go. Okay, and again, you can go down to the side. Now watch, we got him on the other side of the mat now. When he steps in, what we want to isolate here, guys, is when you're coming in, what this hand does. Okay. Now when he drops in, does his drop step, see how his head's driving in? Now look, this arm, in a standard way of doing Kuchiki Daoshi, the way the Kodokan does it, okay? The standard way it really works well. You're going to grab it through here and grab the inside of his near thigh. See that? Everybody see that? His head is driving in, and he's going to take him over. Okay, wham. It's, you know, it's a fancy leg grab is what it is. Okay? Do that one more time from that angle so you can see. Watch him. There you go. And he's like not following through, he's pretty much staying out. Let's get out of the pad. Yeah, let's get out of the pad. Don't kill the guy, just stay there. Okay. And go to the mat. Follow through the mat. Man, see how you're right into side control. You've thrown him for a big score, you've body slammed him, and you've already taken him on the mat. See when you stand up doing standing, okay? So that's the standard version of it. We're going to come back and we're doing where we show real quick where you don't grab through the legs, where you grab around the waist. We're going to show this one to make it legal for the judo guys up there. A little bit different of a thing, but we're going to come back later. Okay? Right now, let's work on the dead tree drop. Key things to point out here, guys. Grab them again. Key things to point out when you are doing this. Do not bend over at the waist. Okay? And this left hand, yeah, that's wrong. Come around here, let's key in off the left hand. This left hand, this elbow goes down. That breaks the balance on the movement in. As you drive forward and in, yeah, cinch it down, just like that. See that?
So you're turning a wrench, and that locks this whole side of his arm down. Steve used to tell me, just totally control this whole side of his body. He has no choice then but to go down. You lock that down when you're coming.
Now when you do that, do you see how his head came in there, guys? That's an immediate action. So when you do that, head goes right on that chest, bang it with your head. Okay, then you scoot through and toss it. Bam, there you go. Okay? We will make it IJF legal in a moment, but right now let's do the standard version of it. Again, there are a lot of variations of it. That's pretty much what they're calling the standard version these days. Okay? Let's work on that. All right. You saw with the evolution now, we're starting with a basic Kuchiki Daoshi, what's been called for many years Ashidori leg grab. Kuchiki Daoshi means dead tree drop. And again, I've called it the Cuban leg grab because I brought it back, seeing the Cuban athletes do it so well in a judo tournament. And it's basically a single leg grab. But now we've worked on it to this point. Let's make it now is allowable now within the rules of the International Judo Federation for some of you guys that compete in that. So, and you could use it in anything, whether we use it in freestyle judo, sambo, BJJ, anything, we can use this as well. So we're going to grab, instead of grabbing through the leg, we're going to grab around the waist. And when you grab around the waist, it's almost like clotheslining a guy. And we're going to show you two applications of it. There are probably others, I'm sure. There are others for sure. But we're going to show the basic where you come in and drop and grab. Instead of grabbing through, you're going to grab. You'll see Derek do it here. Then we'll do it the same thing. We'll add the Tani Toshi with the thigh sweep, the leg sweep in it. So let's look at the finished product here. So watch what he does. He's going to come in and just throw. That's it. Can you come around the other side so Nick can catch the camera there? Okay, so watch this, guys. Now watch what he does here. Watch the difference here, everybody. Let me get the camera here. When he comes in, do the basic dead tree where you come through the leg. Instead of doing that, okay, watch what he does. Okay, he's going to come in, and this arm is, instead of going through here, it's going to go around here at the belt level, at the hip level. Okay, that's it. So you're just kind of like bear hugging him on the way down. But it's really important how you do this, and this is a real cool way of doing it. He's crunching it. Remember we always crunch that arm in? That really breaks his balance, and he comes in and lowers his level. So when he does it, he lowers very low, head here. See that? Now, with his hand, instead of going through the leg, he's just going to grab around the waist, bam. And when you do it fast, it really slams him. So I'll let him do it fast this time. See how it lifts him? So I kind of got in the way because I had to do it slow. But watch how he drops in. He lowers his level. And it's almost like a rear hip throw. It's almost like an urinage rear throw, isn't it? And when you see good throws, they kind of all blend together. Let's add this. Now, he's going to do the same thing. He can do a thigh sweep, but we're going to really go for the high percentage here. When he comes in, he's going to do a Tani Otoshi, okay? Like we were doing before. So come on into a Tani Otoshi. There you go. That's a really high percentage move because look what's happening. He's crunching with his thigh. He's putting his head right there. He's totally blocking everything here. And he lowers his level. When he does that, bam, lowers it very low. This is really tied up here, okay? Now, he's going to add more to it when he grabs around the waist here. And then when he adds that thigh sweep and then a leg, bam, shoot that leg behind. And again, point that toe all the way through. You see him do it? Okay, come on out a little bit so he's got room to do it. Watch how he comes in. See that? Now, that's a high percentage move. That's the type of a sacrifice move, or Sutemiwa is a sacrifice technique that gives you a high percentage of good odds for you. And that's what we want, okay? So let's look at the very first one without the leg sweep, without the Tani Otoshi. Grab around the waist. See how because he does a lot of sambo. He's using the hip in there. You don't have to use that much hip, but I recommend it because it adds a big boom to the throw, because he's taking a lot of starch out of his opponent. Okay, did everybody see that one? Now let's do the Tani Otoshi version when you come in, like that, okay? Both really good high percentage moves, we like it. And we started with the Kuchiki Taoshi, or Daoshi, and we ended up with these. See how they kind of blend together after a while, okay? This would be classified, you could call it, that would be definitely Tani Otoshi. What do you think, some of you guys? Do you think that the Uranagi, a variation, rear throw?
I'd call this the first one.
An Uranagi in the Japanese terminology, rear throw. But again, quality points, all we want, okay? All right, let's drill on that, guys. Thanks a lot. Let's go do it.